This is an OFNA LD3 that I got for like 70 bucks as a roller. It came with a tray that was on here that had a servo mount on it, but I took it off and threw it in the garbage before I realized what it was. Oops. But that's okay. I'm going to fabricate another servo mount that's going to sit vertical, like so, on the chassis. Boop. I'm just going to get like an L bracket. I got some of these team associated servo mounts. Yeah, you can see the part number there, 1779. Basically, I think they must have mounted something to a chassis or something. So they got like a single mount hole in the bottom, and then your servo mount holes on the side there. All right, I'm going to use this Turnigy 8th scale servo I have. It's a high torque. It's not like, you know, it's cheapy, but it's got enough torque for that size car. So yeah, I'm gonna try to throw these gears in there. I think you guys have seen those before. So when I bought it, it was missing a couple things, like the servo control arm. There you go. So I had to buy extra control arm pieces and some end caps. It pops onto ball caps. I got a bunch of ones from my Venom that look like they might fit, so I'll use those. I'm gonna create this a regular. This is a Hobby Wing SC8. I'm only gonna run up to 4S in it. I'm not gonna run 6S in it. This is another newer servo I'm gonna try out. This thing was, I think it was like $5. I got one for the GTP2E and one for the Reverend, because both of those servos are blown. The motor. This is a Castle 1410, I think. 2400 kV. Max RPMs are 75,000. So that's 25,000 over a 1515. I had this in my Rustler way back in the day when I was using it for bashing. I have a video of me and my son at the park with that Rustler when it was still functional. I've since like tore it apart for parts from my Speed Rustler. Your basic Castle motor. I'm trying to keep this as light as possible. And whatnot and what have you. Probably going to run this 3S battery just to test it out. This is one of the first batteries I was using in the Rev. This is a Turnigy, I think it's a 65 130 or whatever that is. C discharge. It's good. Good batteries. And I'm going to use this body. This is a JR Speed or JM Speed, whatever you want to call that. Nice and low. Definitely going to need some reinforcement. I think it's friggin' paper thin. But I'll probably shoe glue it up with some fiberglass tape. Pop that on there. Hopefully, it'll be pretty quick. Right off the rip, though, there's some problems. Like, I think there's shock oil on these two fronts, but no shock oil in the back. These shock springs that are on here are too short. And they're not adjustable. They use the pressure clips. So maybe I got to put some pressure clips in there or something. But there's a little grind on the chassis. This is the bottom of the chassis. Scratched up, but very usable. None of the screws are stripped out. I tested them all, which is awesome. The chassis is not bent, and the control rod is not bent. Neither are any of the CVD or dog bones, however that's running. I'm not sure. Looks like it's probably dog bones, but yeah, everything is in order. There's a little bit of a, hear that? That's coming from the front diff. So there may be some issues with that. It's a little crunchy in there. It doesn't sound like there's any gears missing. Just may need to be cleaned out. You guys can hear that. It doesn't sound like that in the back. It's nice and smooth. Oh, hold the rod. See if I can get the diff out. There it goes. No, I guess it sounds the same in the back. Maybe it's fine. Well, maybe I'll leave it alone, run it, and see what happens. For what I paid for it, it's well worth it. Should be pretty fast. It's really low to the ground. I'm gonna try the stock shocks, fill them with some shock oil, make sure they're not leaking, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that. I think I might put a blog on how I put this together. I'm gonna do the same thing motor mount wise as I did with the Reverend. Get a little L bracket, tack it on there or back here. But that's gonna make me have to use a larger gear as the pinion gear because of the spacing. But there's some other things I need to hash out. But, you know, should be pretty quick. Definitely have to take these foams off because they are dry as a bone. And I think they are, I don't know, they're about 45 short, I think. 42 maybe. So yeah, there's that. Should be pretty quick once it's all done. Not sure how this is going to work out, but as long as I keep it light, it should be pretty good. It's a good motor. I think I may have bent the stator though, I'm not really sure. I'll have to spin it up, give it a test. If not, you know, I have other motors I could use, but I really want to use this one. So yeah, that's that. OFNA LD4 or LD3 conversion. I'm not sure if it's the Pro version or not, but that's going to matter. I sent it down the street at 100 miles an hour. Maybe she'll smack the curb. I like the upper A-arms on this. They're a lot more like pro on-roady looking than on the RS4. But the RS4 is coming up next, so I'll show you guys that.